Yo, what's going on? Matt Media X the Preacher here, bringing you the first ever story time in the history of King Tater, X the Preacher, Matt Media. I have never done a story time on any of my YouTube channels or social medias, and today I'm going to bring you the most traumatic Christmas experience I have ever had in my entire life. Now, this video is not going to be what you think it's going to be, okay? Let me go ahead and turn these lights on because we're going to need it to be extra festive in here when I tell this story. This is not what you think is going to be. You're going to think that I'm going to tell you about some tragic death or somebody passed away or somebody get hurt. What happened to me was equivalent to all of those things being taken, put into the blender of, oh my God, what in the crap is my reality, and turning it on. So it all started in 2000, whatever it was, whatever year Call of Duty Black Ops 1 came out, or whatever year the Xbox 360 came out. 6 months after that, my parents had asked me one year for Christmas, my aunt and uncle had asked me, what do you want for Christmas? And so naturally, I said that I wanted an Xbox 360. Now, let me give you a little bit of context. I was not really able to play video games very much. There was an Xbox 360 that was in my aunt and uncle's house before I was adopted by them and moved in, but I guess they took it out, or the person who owned it took it with them whenever they moved out, the oldest child. And so there was no gaming systems, and all of my friends at school would talk about Call of Duty. They would talk about all the video games that they were playing, and I wanted to play video games with my friends. So when they asked me what I wanted for Christmas, I told them that I wanted an Xbox 360 with the new Call of Duty. That's what I told them I wanted. So Christmas rolls along, the Christmas tree gets put up. We had this massive Christmas tree in my aunt and uncle's house, and it was a marvel. It was the eighth wonder of the world, that Christmas tree. I tell you, it was the tallest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. And so Christmas time rolls around, the iconic tree comes up, and man, they start putting presents underneath the Christmas tree. And so one day I come home from school and I looked under the Christmas tree, and Chad, I saw it. Look at me. Look at me. I saw it. I saw what I knew was an Xbox 360 hidden behind this gift wrapping paper of glory, like a dam or a bridge holding back the tsunami of fun and childhood memories and good old days just waiting to happen. And so I also looked to the side, and there was a controller. I knew it was a controller. You can just tell, when you like look at something and it's wrapped, but you can really tell what it was. That was what was going on. I was like, that's the Xbox 360. That's a controller right there. This is going to be the greatest Christmas of my entire life. So however many weeks or months go by, and it's December the 23rd, and I try to go to sleep on December the 24th. I don't know if you ever experienced this as a kid on Christmas, but on Christmas Eve, you try to go to sleep. You lay down in your bed at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, the earliest you've ever gone to sleep in your entire life, because you want to sleep so that you can get to Christmas Eve so you can open up your gifts, right? Okay, so obviously, I didn't sleep at all, okay? Not only was I excited about Christmas, not only was I excited about spending time with my family, but I was super freaking excited about going and opening up my Xbox 360 that I knew was right there under the tree. So, of course, I couldn't sleep at all, and I laid there looking at the ceiling just like this because I couldn't go to sleep. Well, 7:30 comes around, and I put on my pajamas. Man, I didn't even pee in the morning. You know that morning pee, it hurts, right? So I didn't even pee. I ran downstairs to get ready for, I just like, everybody wake up, everybody wake up, everybody wake up. Time to open Christmas presents. So everybody comes down, everybody sits down on the couch, and I look over underneath the Christmas tree, and I don't see the Xbox 360 sitting there anymore. Okay? So I'm thinking, maybe they figured out that I knew what it was. So maybe they're going to bring it out later. So they're like, all right, everybody go get your Christmas presents. So I go get my Christmas presents. I open up the first Christmas present. Dude, it's a pair of Nike Elite socks, like 6 or 7 pair. I don't know if you guys remember Prime era Nike Elite socks era, but that's where we wore the cargo shorts, the Aeropostale shirt that was 2 sizes too small, Nike Elites and Sperry's. That was just the move. That's what we were doing. Looks ridiculous, but that was the move. And so I got all these Nike Elite socks. I was like, man, this is great. This is going to be a good Christmas. And then they bring me this large package, And I'm like, man, what the heck is this? And I open it up, and it is a brand new state of the art Spalding basketball set. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a basketball hoop. This is incredible. I open up another, and it's a Spalding, like not just any Spalding basketball, but it is a $65 to $70 Spalding basketball. And I'm like, man, this is incredible. Then I open up a bunch of other presents. I don't remember what the other presents were, but I was super excited about it. And we got to my last present, and I opened it up, and I was like, awesome. And so I was trying really hard not to be weird or sound ungrateful, but I went up to my aunt and uncle, and I was like, hey, there was another couple of presents that was underneath the Christmas tree, right? Where those at? Where they at? No, thank you for everything else. I mean, I'm so overcome with gratitude. Where are the two presents that were underneath the tree? I need you to brace yourself for this one. Need to put your emotional and psychological seatbelts on for this one, because this is about to be a whiplash from hell. They proceeded to tell me that it was an Xbox 360 and the controller, but they wanted to take it. They took it back because they had talked with some parents, or I don't remember the reason, and y'all, they had decided that it was best that they not give me the Xbox 360 for Christmas because they felt like I was going to spend too much time on it. You did what now? You did. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm over it now. I know you can tell by the timidity and just how calm I am and how, contained my emotions are. I'm over it now. But that was single-handedly, I'm going to say the most single-handedly most traumatic Christmas experience, but I think it might be the most traumatic thing that has ever happened to me my entire life. And I went in and out of foster care as a child. My parents were addicts. Like, I had a rough life. And I would say that this experience ranks in the top 3 experiences of all time that were the most traumatic. What's your most traumatic Christmas story? Let me know in the comments.